As you can see, Mineola resident Dan Dillon is quite an athlete, able to toss this 15-foot caber high into the air. But Dillon wasn't competing, he was officiating here over the 50th annual Scottish Games at Old Westbury Gardens. The Games took place on August 28th.
Here at the Westbury Gardens Highland Games, what we do is an exhibition, okay? It's not a full Highland Games. We'll do a stone, okay, that's thrown like a shot put. We'll do a caber, okay, we do a qualification and then a competition caber. And the object of the caber is to get the piece of wood to turn over, okay? And then we'll also do a sheaf at the end of the day, which is a 16-pound sack that we flip over standards with a pitchfork. Caber is a clock face, okay? The official stands right behind the athlete that's attempting to turn the caber, and it's a clock face. So a perfect turn, perfect timing is 12 o'clock straight away. And after that, it'll go just like a clock face. If the athlete doesn't turn the caber over, it'll be degrees by a side judge. Okay, so you might get 60 or 70 degrees by a side judge.
But how would you go about training for one of these games?
Training for the Highland Games is predominantly lower body. It's legs and back training. Okay, it's a lot of squatting, a lot of pulling, and just getting on the field and throwing.
This is the 50th annual Scottish Games event on Long Island, but organizers say this tradition dates back centuries and is a part of Scottish culture.
It was originated for the Highland chiefs many hundreds of years ago. Each clan chief would choose the champion that would do their battles for them, and the heavy events were part and parcel of their test. Who could throw the caber higher or straighter? Throwing the stone, putting the stone was part of it.
This year there were 3 events and 3 separate champions. Scott Thompson from Wantor won first place in the stone putting event.
Actually, I have a stone at home. It's a 22-pound stone, and it's basically shot putting, but with a larger, heavier object. So I practice in my backyard putting the stone. It's part of my heritage. I'm half Scottish. It's a great competition, and I did shot put and discus in similar games all through high school and college, so it's a way to keep it up.
Jeremy Vasquez from Huntington won first place in the caber toss event and was the overall champion in this year's games.
It feels great. They put on a great show here. The pros here are doing a great job. Everything runs real quick and it's a fun day. I did this event last year. I didn't do so well. I didn't even turn it. Last year was my first year. I haven't really practiced or anything like that. But I do like strongman, powerlifting, and Olympic weightlifting. So we'd like to come out a little more and do some more event training. Well, the weight isn't really that big of a factor. It's really just like the balancing and then the technique. Pretty much I just listen to whatever he tells me to do and let's try it out.
Jordan Gariglia from New Jersey won first place in the Braemar Stone competition. He was the overall champion the past few years running. He lost the title this year to Jeremy, but he was a good sport about it.
I'm feeling good, you know. Last year I won the overall, would have been happy with that, but I got here about 3 hours late, so this is good. This is just as good, and Jeremy's really good, so I'm glad he won it overall.
For more information on the Scottish Games and Clan Macduff, you can check out their website at liscots.org. In Old Westbury, Chris Collora, Mineola Patch.